So periodic examples, any sine wave we can take it like this. So this is your x of t, example number 1. And even in discrete also we have periodic. For example, let us say I have something like this. Okay, right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. So this is the discrete example of a periodic signal in discrete. X of n, we can write it. And period is after how many samples it is repeating. See, in case of these things are called as elements or samples, we say. After how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is repeating. After the same thing is there that you should not consider. Don't take the distance here or time distance. You should not take it. Number of in case of periodicity, this is nothing but R x of n plus capital N in discrete is equal to x of n, or x of n plus n is not equal to x of n for aperiodic. So this is the condition for periodicity as well as aperiodic. So this is periodic and this is aperiodic. That means a signal is said to be periodic if x of t plus t is equal to x of t, or x of n plus n is equal to x of n for discrete. And a signal is said to be aperiodic if x of t plus t is equal to x, not equal to x of t, or x of n plus n is not equal to x of n, where capital T or capital N are known as fundamental periods, right? Okay, right. Okay, in where capital N is nothing but equal to, here capital N is nothing but equal to what? Now, after how many samples it is repeating? 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 samples, same thing is there. You should not consider. Why you should not consider? For example, it is going up here until next going up. We should not consider. We should take this one now. This is your period. Here, n is the period. N is equal to how much? N is equal to 4. We can write it. Is it right? After 4 samples, it is repeating. Let us say if it is like this. At 0. We have, this is 1, 1, 1 amplitude, -1, -1, something like that we have, -1, -1. Before that, I'll give a still simpler example. One, two, three, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Correct. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so on. Here, this is also periodic, and the period is how much? After how many elements? Including this one. This is also an element whose value is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, this is repeating. You should not consider. Therefore, n is equal to how much? 4. Start from the 0th value. Or sir, always is it necessary to start from 0? Not necessarily. From here to here also you should consider. For example, I will start from here until the next one. It should not repeat. Count it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing is repeating. You should not consider. Up to this point, its value is 4. Anywhere to anywhere, no problem. See, why I am saying that one is period is nothing, not necessarily this is period. For example, this is period. This is also period. Same thing. Peak to peak. See, 0 to, so what is that? Starting point to this point. Another starting point. Or between 2 positive peaks. Or between 2 negative peaks. That is also period. Not necessarily that, sir, I should always start from here. You should count up to this point. Not necessarily. It can be start from, if you start from here, you stop at this point. If you start from here, you stop at this point. If you start from negative peak to another negative peak is also period. So not necessarily from here. Similarly, here also in the discrete, if you are starting from this point, count it. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Until next 0, don't consider. Sir, I'll start from this point. You start now, no problem. 1, 2, 3. This one you should, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is repeated. You should not tell. So that's what we are going to have the period. Another one I'll give it in discrete. Even in continuous, I will give one more like this. Okay, right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your x of n, x of t. Okay, what is the period? T is equal to 1. Okay, right. One more very interesting, two more very interesting examples that you know very well. What is this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Another one. Okay, these are the familiar signals what you have. One is fully rectified, another one is half rectified. What is the period? So here the period is what? T is equal to. Here, what is this one? T is equal to how much? 1, no? Okay, what about here? T is equal to? It is periodic. Quite naturally, it is repeating, it is periodic. What is T here? T is equal to 1. What about here? T is equal to, what is that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After what? After 2 only it is repeating. See, this is going like this, and after this only it is repeating. Therefore, T is equal to 2, we can write it. So these are all the periodic signals. Okay, what about aperiodic signals example? Aperiodic signals, one which is not repeating. Let us have a signal like this. That's it. It will not repeat at all. 0, 0, 1, 2. Or you can write it as 0, 1, 2, 1. It is not repeating at all. So if it is repeating, it becomes periodic. For example, if it is something like this, it is periodic. Otherwise, it is aperiodic only. Is it right? So like that, we can have any number of examples. Like, let us have a signal like this. 0, 1, minus 1, 2, 2, 1. So this is an example of a aperiodic signal. It's not repeating at all. Or we can write mathematically also. If x of n is equal to, 2 for n lies between 0 to 4 and is equal to 0 elsewhere, it is aperiodic. So these are all the examples of aperiodic signals wherein it is not repeated. That means the signal is there only up to 4. Afterward it is 0 now, therefore it becomes aperiodic. And rest and all are the periodic signals. That means a signal is said to be periodic if x of t plus t is equal to x of t, or for discrete is x of n plus n is equal to x of n. And a signal is said to be aperiodic if x of t plus t is not equal to x of t, or x of n plus n is not equal to x of n, right? So this is the condition for periodicity, right? So that's about periodicity of the signal. So don't try to solve the problem while I am doing. Just observe carefully. After the class, you sit and copy the notes, because I will not be giving the time for writing the material and all here, because it consumes more time here. So therefore, what will happen is, so what I'll do is, as soon as I complete the explanation, I'll rub it. So what you can do is, afterwards, the video recording will be there. That video recording, what you should do is pause it and slowly you write it. Okay. So don't try to write and, sir, I couldn't able to write, sir, you rubbed it fast and all. So my explanation will be slow, but my so this one, whenever the board I want to clear, I will clear it fast, and I'll not wait for you to, I'll not give time for that. So therefore, what you should do is, you take the, I'll give the video recording, and that video recording, what you should do is pause it and then you can, what you should do is copy the notes. And printed notes also will be given, and that notes what we have is we have different problem. I will be in the class, I will be doing a little bit different kind of problem from the latest papers. I will be doing it, and I will be solving all the examination problems in the class itself up to 2021. All the papers I will be solving in the class itself. Right now, let us go for the last classification: power and energy signals. Okay, right. The fifth classification, very simple one. Every signal is having every signal. So a signal is said to be power signal if the power is finite. Finite is the, what do you mean by finite? Anything less than infinity is nothing but finite. If this condition is satisfied, if the power is finite, we call it as power signal. If the energy is finite, we call it as energy signal. If the power is finite, we call it as power signal. If the energy is finite, we call it as energy. That means a signal is said to be power signal if this condition is satisfied. That means which is less than infinity is nothing but finite. And less than infinity is nothing but if the energy is less than infinity. If the both the conditions are not satisfied, we call it as neither energy nor power signal. Neither energy nor power signal. If both the conditions are not satisfied, if this and this, okay. And how to calculate the power energy? I'll give it the formula, all those things. How to do it while solving the problems? I will give the what is that? Okay. So for the time being, what you can understand is if the power, if this condition is satisfied, we call it as power signal. If this condition is not satisfied, if they're satisfied, we call it as energy signal. If both of them are not satisfied, we call it as neither energy nor power signal. We call it as, right. Generally, periodic signals will be power signal. Examples will be periodic. Generally, because all the cases, not all the cases. That's why we use the word generally. Some special cases are there. While solving the problem, you'll understand that. Generally, periodic signals are power signals. PP, you can remember easily. Power signal. Aperiodic signals are energy signals. Aperiodic signals are energy signals. Okay, right. That means whenever the periodic signals are there, first way, as soon as the signal is given, in the examination, question will be like that. Check whether the following signals are periodic or not. If periodic, find the power. If periodic, check whether the signals are energy or power signal. What you should do is, first you check the periodicity. If it is periodic, check for the power, find the power. If it is aperiodic, check the energy. And what will happen is, if the energy becomes finite, it becomes energy signal. If the power becomes finite, it become power signal, right? So therefore, what you should do is, whenever they are asking for a check whether the following signal is energy or power signal, you'll have to check for these two conditions, right? So don't try to find out both of them. What you should do is check whether it's a periodic or not. Because I have given the already condition periodicity previous what is that classification? What is that I said? Periodicity, how to find out, you know. By solving the problem, you'll understand. If it is periodic, check for the power. What is the formula? I'll give it later, right? While solving the problem. For if it is aperiodic, what is aperiodic? Check for the energy. Okay, right? So while solving the problem, so examples for this one is what? Generally periodic signals are power signals and aperiodic signals are. Sir, if you want specific examples, what I will do is for power signal, periodic we should give, any periodic signal you give it like this. This is periodic signal, and this one is also, it is repeating now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, -1, -1, so on. So this is your x of n, this is your x of t. So this is periodic, that is also periodic. So this is, since it is periodic, it may be power signal, right? So that is the one. And the example for energy signal, any aperiodic signal. Okay, right. So like this, 0, 1, the value is 2, x of t. So this is on the time axis. So this is a power signal, or you can write it as 0, 1, x of t. So these are the examples of what is that? Energy signal. So that is because it is aperiodic, it may be energy signal. You will come to know that how exactly we can calculate the power and energy, and how to decide whether it is a power signal or energy signal while solving the problem. We will understand. So that's about the classification of signals. In the examination, question will be like this. Check whether the following signals are periodic or not, power or energy signal. If it is a power signal, if a power signal or energy signal, check they say. So then if it is power signal, find out the power. If it is energy signal, find out the energy. So that's what they ask in the examination, right? Now with this, the first module theory is over. Now we'll solve with all the problems, right? Now I'll start with the problems on the odd and even signals. Next I'll go for the periodic and aperiodic. Next problems on the energy and power. Only these three These three classifications are having the problems in the examination, right? Now let us go for one by one, and what formula, how to calculate all those things. And all of you keep around 400-page long notebook, copy down the notes. 400-page long notebook, you keep it for this subject. A4 size long notebook, preferably classmate, because it should be more, because problematic, no, some hints I will be giving, so that whenever you use a A4 size sheet, advantage is you will have enough space in the right side to copy the, what is that, notes, or any hints if I give, you can write it there. So that's why buy a 400-page A4 size long notebook, preferably classmate, and every day watch the video and copy down the notes. Okay, right? So otherwise it becomes difficult at the end of the, because so many problems I will be doing it at the end of the semester, you will be struggling it. Okay, right? If you work hard, you can score 100 out of 100, and I have seen the students who have failed also. So therefore, what I am suggesting you is practice the problem. If you have any doubts, you can WhatsApp me or you can mail me. Okay, or you can ask in the class itself. You can make a video. I will show you. You can make a call and ask the doubts, or you can come on video call, and you can discuss the problem in the class itself. Okay, right? Now let us go for the problem, and first question will be, find odd and even components of the signal. Derive an expression for odd and even part of a signal. Odd and even part of a signal. So this is the question. This question they may not ask in the examination, but based on this derivation, a small derivation, easiest derivation, around 5 lines, 6 lines you will have, and using this formula, we have measured 99% of the problems will be based in odd and even parts. Problems will be on this equation. Okay, right? So the derivation, simple one I have, very easy to do it. Okay, let us consider the signal x of t. Any signal is made out of two parts. One is odd part. Every signal is having the two parts. One is odd part, another one is even part. That only we need to find out. Find odd and even part. We'll have to find out the expression. X of t is equal to, a signal consists of an even part, xc of t, plus where xc of t is nothing but even part of the signal x of t, and xo of t. This is x0. It's not x of 0. Xo of t. Xo of t is nothing but what? Odd part of the signal. Xc of t is nothing but even part of the signal. So now you find out xc of t and xo of t in terms of x of t. That's what. Call this equation as equation number 1. Replace t by minus t. Replace t by minus t. X of minus t is equal to xc of minus t plus xo of minus t. Okay, right. X of minus t is equal to. Okay, right. Now, what is the condition for even part and odd part? Even part. Even a signal is even means what? X of minus t is equal to what? X of t. And odd part is nothing but what? X of minus t is equal to minus x of t. Okay, right. Now, what is that we have? So, with that condition, x of minus t, apply the condition. X of minus t is equal to xc of, since it is an even part, xc of minus t is nothing but what? Xc of t. Xo of minus t is nothing but what? Minus xo of t. Call this equation as equation number 2. 1 plus 2 gives. What will you get? X of t plus x of minus t is equal to this xo of t minus xo of t plus xo of t gets cancelled. What will you get? 2xc of t. Therefore, what will you get? Xc of t is nothing but equal to what? You transfer t to the 2 to the denominator. X of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. Okay. So that is the formula for finding the even part of any signal. Similarly, 1 minus 2 gives, 1 minus 2 gives, what is this 1 minus 2 gives? X of t minus x of minus t is equal to, subtract this will get cancelled, xo of t minus of minus it become plus 2xo of t will get it. Therefore, xo of t is equal to, transfer 2 to the denominator, xo of t is nothing but equal to x of t minus x of minus t divided by 2. So that is the formula for odd part. Or another way of writing the same equation is, because subtraction of the signal is very difficult, therefore we add it. Sir, how, sir, for subtraction is difficult, how can you add it? See, like this. For example, I want to 3 minus 2. Instead of subtracting it, what you can do is 3 plus minus 2, you can do it. So addition of the negative number is nothing but subtraction. So there is no new method for what is that? There is no nothing but nothing like subtraction. Changing the sign of the second signal, it becomes subtraction. So that's why what I do is, while solving the problem, I can use this one also in the graphical method. Xo of t is nothing but equal to x of t plus minus x of minus t divided by 2. Instead of minus, plus I have taken minus x of minus t. Changing the sign of the second one and add it, it becomes subtraction. So that's what the meaning of subtraction. So these are the two formulae we use it. And for similarly for discrete, replace t by n. For discrete, replace by n. What is that? You can write it. Xc of n is equal to xc of n is equal to x of n plus x of minus n divided by 2. So this is the equation to find the even part of a signal in discrete. And xo of n is equal to x of n minus x of n plus minus x of n divided by what is that? Plus minus of minus divided by 2. So this is the formula for odd part of the same thing only. See that? Same thing only. Only thing is, only sign is changed. What is that? Replace t by n. So these are the two formulae which is used to find the odd and even part of any signal, right? This is the first derivative question what we have, and use this formula to solve the problem. Okay, right. Next one, second problem. Now I'll take one very simple problem which was repeated in many papers and it was asked for 4 marks. Find odd and even parts. Find odd and even parts of the signal. Signal shown. It is something like this. 0, 1, 2. This is your x of t on the time axis. This is your x of t. 0, 1, 2. Amplitude can be anything like 1. Okay. What I should do? We know the formula for even and odd part. What is that? He said xc of t is equal to what? X of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. And xo of t is equal to x of t plus minus x of minus t divided by 2. This odd part and even. Just use that formula. So if you want to do that, what you should do? First x of t is given. Find out x of minus t and add them divided by 2. Okay, right. Now what you should do? This is x of t. X of minus t. What you should do? So that means minus t is nothing but negative of the type. That means fold it. The mirror image of the x of t is nothing but x of minus t. What you should do? 0. Mirror image. 0 will be remain same. 1 will become what? Minus 1. 2 will become what? Minus 2. Exactly folding. For time folding we call it as. Right? So therefore you are going to get this kind of signal. So this is your x of minus t. 2 will become minus 2, 1 will become minus 1, 0 will remain 0. Now, we got x of minus t. What is the formula says? Xe of t is equal to x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. So, first you add it, these two. Adding is very simple. 0 plus something is something only. Anything plus 0 is that thing only, no? So, therefore, what is that you can write it? 0 plus something, something only, that as it is you write it. 0, 1, 2. Okay, right, 1. Amplitude, let us say 1. Now, this one also. 0 plus something is something. That is something is what? Same thing as it is, you write it. Minus 1. So, this is your x of t plus x of minus t. And divided by 2. Divided by 2 is nothing but what? Amplitude will be divided by 2. So, 1 will become half. So, therefore, only amplitude is dividing. So, I am not dividing time. I am dividing the amplitude. Divided by 2, you should write it. So, therefore, this will become, what is the shape will remain same. This, instead of 1, it will become half. And this one will become, this also will become, this is 0. Position of time will remain same. Minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2. And this 1 will become half. So, this is your x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. This is your xc of t. And next one. Okay, right. So, one part, you may get around 2 marks for this. 2 to 3 marks. If at all there are 2.5 marks only, will get it. 4 marks maximum they'll ask. xo of t. xo of t is nothing but what? X of t plus minus x of minus t. See, this is x of minus t is there, no time fold. Minus x of minus t means amplitude fold. So you should understand that first you do the time folding and then you do the amplitude folding. Both we should do it here. Then add it divided by 2. Okay, look here. How to do this one? I have x of minus t already time folded. Now, time fold means this is a time axis. This is time axis. Fold about this one. That is time axis. Amplitude folding is nothing but vertical. Now, what I need? X of t, keep it as it is. First part you need x of t. Now x of minus t is there. How to get minus x of minus t? So try to get minus x of minus t. Minus x of minus t. Minus x of minus t is there. Minus x of minus t is amplitude fold. Vertical fold you should do it. So therefore what you should do? You will get it as, this is your minus 1. Amplitude fold. This is nothing but minus x of my x. See, time folded signal will be amplitude folded. So that's what times will be minus 2, 0 will remain same. Now add x of t plus minus x of minus t. So what you should do? Add with this one with this. Now you see this. What is that? You can write it. Okay, this one and this one should be added. Adding means what? Adding the corresponding values. 0 plus something is nothing but what? Something. So something will be in the positive side. I'll write it as it is. Same thing I'll write it. So 1, 0, 1, 2. Now 0 plus something. The something is in the negative side. You write it as it is. And what is that we have? And one below the other only you should write it here to do the problem. Always while solving the problem, you start with this kind of problem, start with a new page only. Don't try to solve from the same page, because what will happen is, don't go to next page. And final answer also you can write it here only. Is it visible, madam? Okay, right. Now what is that we can write it? This we can write it as divided by 2. This is x of t plus minus x of minus t. And then divided by 2. Divided by 2 means what? 1 will become half. And minus of minus 1, minus 2. 0, 1, 2. This will become half. This will become minus half. So same line you should write it. So this is your x of t plus minus x of minus t divided by 2. So this is your, what is that? xo of t. And we can verify the answer. Three things we can verify. First one, verification. Answer, verify the answer while you are in the examination hall itself. After coming out, don't verify. It is a waste of time. Okay, right? Verify the answer in the examination hall itself. Verification. What is that you should verify? So how will you verify? Even signals are always symmetric. Even signals are symmetric about the origin. Okay, right. Second one is, what is that we have is, odd signals are anti-symmetric. Odd parts are anti-symmetric. Or left hand side is double fold of right hand side. Left hand side is double fold of right hand side. Double fold of right hand side, RHS. And third one, XO of 0, XO of 0, odd part at the origin is always 0. These things always we should verify while you are in the examination hall itself. How to check this one? I'll check the answer here now. Just observe carefully. These three things you can verify the answer. What is that? Even signals are symmetric about the origin. You see that even part. This is your XC of t now. Whatever is there on the right hand side, same thing is there on the left. That is exactly symmetric about the origin. Or left hand side is the mirror image of the right hand side. That's what you can verify here. XC of t. Next one. Odd part, what is that? Left hand side is double fold of right hand side. You fold once here, one more fold you will get this one. Or right hand side is the double fold of left hand side. That is also fine. You fold vertically once, horizontally once. You will get this one. That is the one. Second one we should see. First one for even. And third one, XO of 0. Origin is always 0. This one. For odd part. Even part, it may be 0, may not be 0. But odd part always its value is what? 0. You can check it here. At 0, its value is 0. At 0, answer magnitude is 0. That's how we should do it. So that's about the, what is that? Problems on odd and even part. Basic problem I did it. Many problems are there. Examination problem, I will be doing it. I will continue in the next class. Okay. Thank you. Good morning.